some reason when you wake up and touch the floor, you tend to forget everything what was up to that. I don't know what's the mechanics in that. When you wake up, go to that book, write your thoughts, whatever is concerning you, questions, and then read them, and then be more intentional. That's what I gotta say for you.
Okay, yeah. I had one more question.
All right, last one. Let me hear it.
Wait, what? I think you already kind of answered it. Wait, what's this whole like Daniel? Like, yeah, I know you explained it to me. Well, like people are saying, like how it's been fulfilled and how the rapture could happen any moment.
No, it hasn't been fulfilled. There's no contract. So the Daniel actually the whole entire book of Daniel. Some people hyper focus on like one passage. The whole entire book of Daniel is a dream that Daniel receives that he's just elaborating in detail from beginning to end. John is exactly writing what actually takes place in real life. So, and the difference between Daniel, he sees this vision, and he can only see what his mind can correlate to. John, unbeknownst to him, I would say, is that he's basically tying these things together. So, what you're referring to is Daniel 7, which is like half of the book. There, it describes that the son of perdition, or the Antichrist, not just any regular Antichrist, because there's a difference there. He will establish peace for 7 years, which is what we call the Great Tribulation. This happens at the 7th week. We are technically on the transitional period of the 69th week. So that's like a whole other conversation, which involves eschatology. That could be like elaborated on another day. Anyways, it hasn't been fulfilled because, one, the Antichrist or the son of perdition hasn't been identified. Two, the people that are involved with this covenant, because this covenant is basically being established by someone who would declare themselves as God. And also a second thing is to make sure that the whole world is at peace for the 7 years, but he himself, who's establishing this covenant, he's going to break this promise in the middle of it intentionally. There is no covenant that's being established right now, to my knowledge, that resembles that, because if you read the epistles of John and Paul with Thessalonians leading up to Revelation, there's the actual things that happen in events. We get raptured, then hold on, I'm receiving a call and rejected. Then the identity of the Antichrist will be revealed specifically. Okay, so that has yet to happen. There's no sense of fulfilling. We have to see where are we in the timeline. Right now, we're a couple years short from that. What it is that it's actually serving a sign. So there's a difference between prophecy being fulfilled, like the death, burial, and resurrection, and then there's a difference of the leading up to it. Right now, the world is gearing to World War III, and it seems like we're heading into, what the prophecy is talking about. But that's the key detail. We're heading to. We're not actually there, like moments away. Jesus says in Matthew 24, and I'll just end on this point, says that you will know the day and hour even at the doors, which is, I think it's in verse 31 or 32. So we will know when it's time for us to go, even if it's just like 5 minutes away. But that's not the case. I did a video about it, like 3 hours long. You can watch it, but it's pretty condensed, listing when that is, and I go further in detail. It's pretty far off, but it won't happen anytime soon with this year. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of videos, and people are saying how like, because there was like on the news they put something about how some 7-year peace with Israel.
Yep.
And so people are like how Daniel 9:27 is being fulfilled, and how
Yep.
and how the rapture is soon, and how we're almost all going home.
Yeah, they're planning to, though. Like, this is the beginning stages. Towards the late end stages, we will actually experience what people experienced World War I and World War II, like combined, and then some. Like you will constantly feel in the air. Right now, just the tension just barely even started. It's again, I don't want to say here because again, it delves into a very condensed topic. Like, this is not a 10-minute conversation. There's like a whole playbook, but essentially, like, there's a lot of things that we have to recognize. They are talking about the contract, but it's not like they draft and they're ready to sign at any single moment. That's not where we are right now.
Oh, it's just like a thought.
It's coming soon. Like, all right, for instance, like, let's say you're in high school. You're gonna graduate high school soon, which is in 3 years, but it's not gonna be like next week.
No.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, it's 3 years from now, but it's not gonna happen next week.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's gonna happen, but it's not okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wait. So what? like because people say what that the rapture happens and then the Antichrist is revealed.
Yes, and then the contract happens way later on. Because actually, like I would argue that the Jews and the Muslims, they would most likely be fighting over the holy ground to rebuild their temple, and this will cause like everything that's being discussed right now. So that's why he comes in here and like, stop! You guys have been following me. I'm God. I'm going to provide this contract so nobody can be in war for these 7 years. But he's going to be deliberately violating that. We don't even know who this individual is, so we're like far away from it. It's like an order sequence. So if I were to ask you, right? Okay, Daniel is going to be fulfilled. Sure. Who's the one drafting the contract and who's the son of perdition? Oh, I don't know. Okay, so we're not there yet. Stop gaslighting people. That simple.
Because people think it's Trump, but then there's also people saying like it's dumb for them to say it's Trump because like nobody knows.
Yeah, okay. I'll just finish this with this, and then I'll invite Zay into this thing. There's a difference between an Antichrist and the Antichrist. If you reject Jesus is the Christ and he came in the flesh, you have the spirit of Antichrist. So there's a regular one like Trump, Elon, all these people. They can be Antichrist, but they're not the Antichrist. That's not our concern. Our concern is not to identify who is the Antichrist because we literally live before he gets revealed. So that's not for us.
Okay.
That's for the people who get left behind, and then they have to not take the mark of the beast in order to be saved in those 7 years. So that's not our concern. Our concern is to spread the gospel. All right.
All right.
All right, man.